is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WWE Content. And let's talk about this past week of wrestling, where so far some of these storylines have just not been kind of catching my eye recently. With the Vision, Joe Hendry's coming in, the Street Profits they're trying to take on the tag team. Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Then on top of that, we have a Braun Breaker problem. We have an LA Knight problem. We have a Jacob Fatu problem. And to top all of this craziness off, Brock Lesnar is back for revenge on Oba Femi. I really thought at WrestleMania, like, that was it. I mean, hello, he did this. He did what John Cena did on his farewell tour in his last match. He took off his shoes and he took off his shoes and took off his armbands, and that was it. I mean, Brock Lesnar did the same thing. He took off his boots. He took off his boxing gloves. I mean, I really thought it was the end all be all, and Brock Lesnar was going to be done. But no, 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 no. We thought wrong after I want to say a few weeks away after happening WrestleMania, a few weeks away, he now comes back and he's back for revenge on Oba Femi. And now, speaking of that, we have now a WrestleMania rematch at Clash in Italy between Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi. So, for all you people out there who are Brock Lesnar fans, newly Oba Femi fans, we're about to see David versus Goliath again at Clash in Italy. Oh, and speaking of Clash in Italy, we now have two new matches added to the list. We have Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu in a tribal combat match, and then now we have another WrestleMania rematch between Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship. Oh my God, what has happened to Monday Night Raw thus far? I mean, so far I know it's going good, with the Judgment Day and, like, everything's going on between the Street Profits, Seth Rollins, it's back, and, like, all that's all fine and dandy. But they have an LA Knight problem where he's gunning after the Usos. But I'm like, dude, this is strictly family business, okay? What they got going on between Jacob and Roman has nothing to do with you. So why are you continuing to coming after them when you know this is family business? Oh, and then on top of that, you're trying to talk down to Seth Rollins. Okay, bro, I get it. He beat you a couple times because of the Vision. He won the championship because of the Vision. Blah 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 yada yada yada. Dude, when is enough enough? How about instead of talking the talk, you walk the walk? And how about you're the one that's being the Vision? Besides, you getting help from the Usos, you getting help from the Street Profits. Oh, and not to mention, now we're getting help from Joe Hendry himself. Like, I don't know. Some of the matches that's been going on, I mean, some are good, some are okay, and then the others are actually pretty decent. And honestly, let's give JD his flowers. I mean, hello. The man literally did a summer moonsault whatever on Finn Balor on like, I think, concrete floor or something in the audience during a street fight against Finn Balor. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think JD McDonough could be the next Intercontinental Champion or the next United States champion, depending on whether or not he moves to SmackDown or not. But either way, he's doing really good. And even though he lost, I'm pretty proud of this kid. So I hope and I pray that this kid gets a title, a singles title this time. And in the near future, he might become Mr. Money in the Bank. But that's a long way ahead of us. So just saying, JD, good job, man. Proud of you. And yeah, I'm happy to see what you got in store for the future after you're done with Finn Balor. Speaking of the future ahead, oh my God. The future now hangs in the balance between Jacob and Roman. Tribal combat match? Last time we saw that, it was Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns was still the tribal chief and the undisputed Universal Champion. So far, Roman, I think, has been maybe 3-0 for this situation. He's been 3-0 for a while, actually. But now he's going against Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, the unstoppable beast, for crying out loud. He's an unstoppable werewolf, for crying out loud. He's not going to face his cousin in a tribal combat for not only the Ulafala, but for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this will be down the middle between the family. It's going to cut down to the pivotal point of who will pin who or who would submit to who based on their submission moves. But at the end of the day, we will see a tribal chief and the World Heavyweight Champion all in one at Clash in Italy. Now, I've been saying for the past few weeks, Monday Night Raw has been doing really good thus far. Like, with the matches and the newcomers from NXT. I mean, Soruka, a freaking badass. Obafemi, the freaking ruler of WWE thus far. Joe Hendry's coming in and thinking, can we fire Logan Paul? I mean, they've got the greatest roster thus far when it's coming to Monday Night Raw. As for SmackDown, I hate to say it, but they've been on a slippery slope, slump, whatever you want to call it, since WrestleMania hit. I mean, I for real thought that when Rhea Ripley won that title, I really thought we were gonna have the best title reign ever. We were gonna see maybe Chelsea Green coming in to fight her, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley having another amazing match together. Maybe her and Alexa Bliss probably would have fought once or twice, or better yet, her and Paige. I mean, come on, can you imagine the OG Diva, who was the youngest Diva champion in that era, facing the Eradicator Rhea Ripley, who not only made history by herself, but she went from Australia to NXT UK, back to NXT, then to WWE Monday Night Raw, where she literally had the most craziest, awesomest title reign ever as the women's world heavyweight champion, a title that she won, never lost in her first title reign. She won it back against her mortal enemy, Liv Morgan. Oh, and to top it all off, she made history at WrestleMania 39 when she faced Charlotte Flair and beat her, the queen herself. Like, ever since she went to SmackDown, it's been the same freaking thing every week. You either got Phil Influence involved, or you got Jay Cargill now who's back. Oh, and then on top of that, this Saturday night, tonight, Saturday main event, we are having a 6-woman tag team match. We have Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus BFAB, Meechin, and Jay Cargill. Like, what the heck is going on here? And I swear, if Fail Influence comes in and distracts them, SmackDown is losing its cool. They're losing their great players, and so far, they're sucking right now as a brand. Monday Night Raw, doing amazing. AAA, oh my god, every Saturday night, every time they're in Mexico, it's a great show after another great show. So Monday Night Raw and AAA, props to you. I give you your flowers. SmackDown, do a little bit more work because right now you're sucking. Oh, and speaking of a SmackDown who is sucking and things are going terrible and it's going boring, what's going on with Sami Zayn? Like, look, okay, I'm sorry for all you diehard Sami Zayn fans out there. You know, the good guy, the guy who was in the bloodline with Roman and the Usos and Sol Sokoa. Look, I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but he's like what? Like, I can't even tell if this guy's good or bad. I really can't. Like, one minute he's good, next minute he's going through a temper tantrum when people are telling him he's no good. Then next thing you know, he's fighting to be a good guy, but pretending to be a bad guy. He's talking to Johnny Gargano backstage saying, I'm the last good guy here. I'm like, dude, you talk so much about wanting to be a world champion. You've been talking about that since, I guess, after John Cena retired. You've been talking about this for years. You've never won the title. You almost did at the Royal Rumble, but you came up short. How about you try again? But this time, go back to Monday Night Raw. I mean, Monday Night Raw's got the best competitors. They got some awesome championships. Why not go back to Monday Night Raw? And better yet, either fight Roman or don't fight at all. Because if we're just gonna keep going, coming back to you, talking all this crap and saying I want to be world champion, but you never are, and then you go back to being a mid card level guy, winning United States championships and Intercontinental championships and tag team matches or whatever, then you know what, man? How about you just retire early and be with your family? Because right now I am just sick of you talking the talk and not walking the walk. But speaking of talking the talk and walking the walk, Cody Rhodes. You've honestly, you proved a lot. You proved me some actually improvement, my friend. You proved some good improvement for me. I mean, taking out Gunther, wanting to be a fighting champion like how your father was, carrying on the legacy. I can respect that. As for Gunther, he just sucks, man. I'm sorry. He just freaking sucks in general. Like, I've been saying that for I don't know how many times. I don't know how many months. I think this dates back to, I think when him and Damian Priest fought at SummerSlam and Gunther beat him, but that's because Finn Balor got involved and things went haywire for the Judgment Day. And then when he was a champion, it was just boring. Like every time he's a champion, his title reign's boring. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship, that title reign was boring. And then when he became the World Heavyweight Champion, again, also boring. He fought Cody Rhodes. He lost against Cody Rhodes. He went to WrestleMania. He got beat by Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Became a World Champion again, but still, again, boring. And then by the time and by the time CM Punk beat him and Seth Rollins. See, when it came to CM Punk beating him and then Seth Rollins cashed in, that was actually a good angle. That was a good storyline because if you think about it, it's like we know that Gunther can beat Seth. We all know that, whatever, whatever. And then we know CM Punk can beat him. But can you imagine that if Seth Rollins would have cashed in and made a triple threat match? Oh my god, it would have been the craziest thing ever. But then maybe Gunther would have won that because between Seth and Punk, you know they're gonna beat the hell out of each other, and then Gunther's gonna come out and like do like a drop kick or something and call it a day. But Seth made the right call after the match. Boom, drop his the crutches, goes to the ring, hits some of the briefcase, cashes in, bam, 1, 2, 3. As Gunther is no longer a champion. So now he's going to face Cody Rhodes at Clash in Italy, and I just don't understand it, man. Like, why did you move to Raw? Was it because you were scared of facing Roman because you know he could beat you? I mean, dude, we all saw at the Royal Rumble when you had him in the sleeper, but then he got out of it and he eliminated you. We remember that. Heck, I remember like it was yesterday. One of the coolest things I ever saw. So Gunther, why did you leave? Why'd you leave Raw? Were you scared of Roman of what he would do to you? Were you scared of the bloodline coming after you if you were going to go after his title? Or were you scared that Jacob Fatu was going to cut you in line and you were going to fight him, but we both know that you couldn't beat him because he's crazy? Think about that. You were scared of the bloodline and you were scared of Jacob because you know you can't beat them. I mean, you tried, but you can't beat them. You never have, you never will, and all you'll ever be is a wannabe wrestler who got the call because you were desperate to get the call. Like all the great wrestlers, they want to work hard. And they have worked hard for many years in this business. They've worked hard to get to where they are in this business. I mean, yeah, some wrestlers got it easy because of what their parents did. Yes, some had it easy because, they skipped NXT and went straight to the main roster. I'm talking about you, Dominic, no offense. But at the same time, at least they worked hard to get to where they are. I mean, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, God rest his soul. Um, Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, all of these guys who've worked so hard to get to where they are. And you, Gunther, you haven't worked hard in what I've ever seen you wrestle in any match. Because all you do is just put them to sleep. And how do you think that and how do you think how far are you gonna get with the sleeper? Because at some point it's gonna be boring, and by the time you know it, you will be on the shelf when somebody retires you, and you're gonna wonder how that feels when somebody retires you. You're going to feel the exact same pain and emotion, vulnerability of when you retired Goldberg, when you retired John Cena, and you retired AJ Styles. The second, the day, nay, the minute somebody retires you, oh, buddy boy, you are going to regret feeling the same way the wrestlers you put in retirement feel. And I cannot wait for somebody to retire you when your time comes. And speaking of, retirements, let's talk about John Cena for a second. I mean, for a guy who's not for a guy who's seemingly retired, but yeah, like he's not wrestling, he's doing a lot of good hosting recently. And then on top of that, we are getting the John Cena Classic. I mean, what? We're gonna see one of the best wrestlers from NXT, Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown fighting it out to become the John Cena Classic champion, and then we as the fans get to vote. I mean, what? This kind of reminds me of when I saw this documentary episode back on SmackDown back in the 2000s. They had like a voting for the fans where they voted to see which wrestler they want to see, what towel wanted to be put on the line. Like, it was the coolest thing ever. And now John Cena's going to bring that back to us, but it's going to be for a John Cena Classic. I mean, it's going to be incredible. Now, I'm not sure what month they're going to put it in. Maybe during the holiday season, maybe after the holidays, somewhat maybe during January or February or maybe early December. Who knows? Who knows? But I know it's going to be freaking awesome, and I cannot wait to see all these up and newcomers from NXT, Raw, SmackDown coming in and just blowing the roof off this place when it comes to their moves. Speaking of blowing the roof off this place and showing off the moves, AAA. For all my AAA fans out there, these kids do not stop. Like, the craziest matches I've ever seen. And then, of course, next week, May 30th, Noche de los Grandes. They're about to have the coolest matches ever. We are going to see Vikingo versus Wagner Jr. for the Latin American Championship. We have a 6-woman tag team match of Bailey, Lola Vice, and La Catalina versus Los Toxicas. And then the main event, of course, we have El Grande Americano versus Original Grande Americano in a mask versus mask match. That freaking match is gonna be the coolest one I've ever witnessed in my life as a wrestling fan. So everybody who's a AAA fan, make sure you mark your calendars. May 30th on YouTube, or if you got Fox Sports, put on Fox Sports in Latin America and parts of the US, because it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be crazy, and we will see who is under the mask of El Grande Americano. That right there is just gonna be intense, and I'm excited to see it. So today's Saturday night main event, we got Penta and Ethan Page versus Penta versus Ethan Page for the Continental Championship. Then, of course, we have the 6-woman tag team match: Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa versus BFAB Meechin, and Jay Cargill. Then, of course, we have a non-title match fight between Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch. And if Sol Ruka wins, she might get a title match against Becky Lynch's Women's Intercontinental title. Who knows? It could be something. And then after that, we have, of course, the tag team titles on the line. We have, for the men, we have the Vision versus Street Profits. For the women, we have Brie Bella and Paige versus Last Legend and Nia Jax. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You know what's crazy? I looked at the match cards. We have more women's matches than men's matches for Saturday main event. Oh my god, it's gonna be like rewatching Evolution all over again. So I'm pretty excited for that. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Be sure to watch Saturday main event live on Peacock, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and then next week we have Noche de los Grandes live on YouTube, streaming everywhere, streaming on YouTube everywhere, United States and South America, and yeah, enjoy your weekend, enjoy Saturday main event, and I'll talk to you guys soon.